Hello everybody and welcome back to Europa, where we are currently in a war with Japan, and it's going to be a pretty major war. But I was looking at the situation over this way. We're sending our forces out right now. I'm a little bit concerned that these guys are not... Well, first off, I want to get our navies grouped together. Let's get our navies grouped together here first, because we know that they have a decently strong navy. So we're going to want to do that. We'll group these. And then let's come in and see what we've got. I ordered an attack on their capital here first, but looking at their numbers in this area, they've got 32k on equal miltech with us. These guys are not in this war, I don't think. Actually, they are. They have 147k. We want to be careful with how we end up attacking here. So I don't want to just go in willy-nilly. We're going to, of course, attack Japanese Cascadia, and this is completely fine. We're not going to have any problems here. And attacking Siberia is going to go just fine as well. That's not expected to be any sort of problem. Okay, let's check in down over this way and look at these numbers. Okay. I'm thinking about making landfall up here, where they don't have troops. Land movement blocked by hostile fort, huh? I don't think that's necessarily the case. But what if we were to come up here and move these guys out here? We definitely need to move in multiple additional forces. So I'm going to get these 3 stacks moving up to here. Actually, moving to here. I think that'll be... No, this would be closer. So we're going to move them over. Now, we may still lose this force. We'll see what ends up happening with them. Cool. So we can convert another province to Zoroastrian, and we should probably check in on Siberia here. So these guys have all arrived and taken over their respective locations. Looking at the Terra Incognita here, we can move out here, as well as here, and here. Although, it looks like there's a fort around here somewhere that we don't see. Well, we obviously know that. There's a fort somewhere out here. So we're going to move in like so. As far as Cascadia goes, we're going to make sure that we are taking over this area. And this area as well. It looks like that's falling. We don't have passage through Imerina, so that's okay. And we're just going to make our way up over this direction. Cool. So, this initial toehold here, this is going to be complicated for us. But the moment that they arrive here, our navy needs to leave. Okay, they are here. Our navy needs to head out to here now and go get reinforcements. I'm pretty certain they're going to send their troops up here after us. That's what I would do anyway. That said, we don't currently see them there. We're not going to try to push forward from here. We just want to hold this position and go get reinforcements. That is our goal. So these guys will be arriving here eventually. But we might... Well, it depends on how long it takes our fleet to get up here. I want to take a look at Siberia here. We haven't arrived in any of these locations, so that's okay. We can continue to push forward in Cascadia. They have a small fleet here preventing us from getting to their capital. For the moment, that's okay. I'm not too concerned about that. Okay. We're just going to push our way through Cascadia here, and this fort will fall soon enough. No problem whatsoever here. We can recruit more forces if we need to, but I don't think we'll need to. Okay. So they're just letting us sit here for the time being. I do think that we should probably queue up at least 2 more transport fleets. So I'm going to queue up 5... 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, and 40. And then 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, and 40. Okay, so that's 2 additional transport fleets. It's clear that our transport fleet is not up to scratch. So we'll get those building. That'll be fine. The center of revolution is, you know, being jerks. Okay, we can come into here and meet them there. That'll be a little bit faster. So we'll get a month tick here to repair our fleet. And these guys will attach to transport. And then our fleet is going to come in and drop them off here. That'll instantly be a lot stronger, but it's not going to be as much as we need, I don't think. Okay, looking at Siberia here. Right. This was capped by the fort. Well, we're going to need to continue to work on that. We've capped over here in Cascadia quite a lot. And we'll continue to push in. If they give us an opportunity to hit their capital, we will. But I'm not really expecting them to right now. Okay. So we're bringing in our reinforcements. Oh, our ruler died there. Awkward. What are we going to go for? We don't need devotion, we don't need prestige, so we may as well just go for ducats. Not that we need those either. Tech cost reduction? Okay, we should probably look at our dip cost here. Yeah, we're not going to be getting that anytime soon. Now, keep in mind, our industrialization should spawn when we finish up our construction. Where was that? That was up over here somewhere. I don't remember exactly. We can probably find it in our outliner. Textile manufactory, this one. In Imperator. Right, up over here. Why was I looking here? Okay, fantastic. So it'll probably spawn when that furnace finishes up, is the idea. Trade efficiency or tax modifier, it literally doesn't matter. Cool. Okay, so we have some occupations done over here. I want to check in. That fort has not yet fallen. Okay, we're moving in here. Absolutely great. We almost have Japanese Cascadia fully under control. I'm certainly going to move additional troops out over here beyond what we have. So we're going to come back over this way. But we now have 80k here, which is probably enough to push forward a little bit. Zimbabwe separatists, no problem. We'll deal with those. They don't even have enough to siege. That's hilarious. Additional revolutionary ideas are happening, and how are we doing on... Okay, 50% for industrialization at 28. Sounds good. So Admin Tech 28 is going to be done soon enough. And we're probably going to go for it. We can come back over here. You're passing through there. Are we heading into here? Yes, we are. Can we push anywhere else up this way? We don't have a lot of this Terra Incognita explored at this point. Okay, so we're pushing in. That'll be fine. We're just trying to find the borders of what the Japanese have colonized up here. Cool. Wait, Japan just occupied something. What did Japan occupy? There's a hostile siege in Sofala that can't do anything. Do we see occupations in here? Not currently. Maybe they capped something back up here? Or over here? I don't know. Oh my, that's a lot, but that's fine. That's just kind of descending on Japanese Cascadia. I'd really like to see them bring fleets over here, but we don't have much for Pacific power other than Armenia and Mississippi having a little bit over here and Cuba having a little bit over here. I doubt they have all that much in the Pacific, to be honest. Okay, so we've arrived over here. And we're going to embark these guys. I don't want to conform them to template. I want to attach them to transport. Where are our transports at? Where's our navy? I literally don't know where our navy is. Oh, they're right here, just buried. Okay, cool. So we're going to move them up over here for now. We, of course, won out over here. That's fully expected that we beat up our rebels. All good. So we're going to continue to press in over... Actually, I'm going to wait. We're not going to press in over there just yet. Okay, so we're going to grab ourselves additional ships here, or rather additional troops, and we're going to come in. No problem. Cool. So this is all good. We now have access to Admin Tech 28, which we will grab, just to make sure our techs are all even. We now cannot grab any more, and we're going to bank admin power for the moment for obvious reasons, since we're going to be taking territory here. Okay, we see a Japanese force there. I'm going to actually roll up a leader here. They're going presumably up here. Ah, Japanese forces over this way. Okay, so we are going to go up and deal with those. I was wondering where they were coming in at. That gives us the answer. Beautiful. So that's not really a problem. We'll head up there and deal with them. We won this siege, finally. That's great. And we also see the Japanese Cascadian forces over here. We're not too concerned about those. Our colonial nations will deal with them. And this is not all being capped currently. Cool. We can convert additional provinces to Zoroastrian, which we will do. And we're just waiting on a little bit more reinforcements over here. So they're attacking over this way. We knew they were attacking, but we just didn't quite know where. So now we do know. I'm going to bring these two armies over as well. Fantastic. That should be more than sufficient to deal with Japan in theory. And now we have 120,000 troops here. We're going to bring in one more army before we free up our fleet. Cool. Now, here's a question. Okay, Sunda has this down here. That's what I wanted to know. Fantastic. And they're apparently going to invade us up here. That's cool. They can do that. And yeah, they're going to try to attack over this way. We're bringing up our forces, and it should be reasonably okay. We're going to bleed them. They can't really contest us. So it's fine. We're going to use these forces now to... A land movement blocked by these forts. We have to go in here. Sad. We're going to wait for reinforcements then. These guys will be arriving. Well, we'll just move them in like so automatically. They'll be arriving here shortly. Cool. Now, a lot of these Siberian forces we can move over at this point. Like, these guys have nowhere to go. These guys have nowhere to go. They might as well all move down. These guys still do have some places to go, or at least one of them does. This army does not, so we'll move them down. These guys can come up over this way, in theory. I want to leave a decent concentration of troops up here. How many overall does Japan have? 450,000. Okay, so this is 10% of their army. This is another roughly 15%. So this is a quarter of their army right here. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. We also know that they're invading up over here, or that they were invading. Coming in here. Fascinating. They'll arrive on 2 August. I'm going to let them lock into that. They're now locked in. We're going to go up here and fight them. I think we're going to win that. I don't know that for 100% certain, but I'm pretty sure that we're going to win that. So we can bring these guys northward at this point. Cool. And we need to get our navy freed up here, obviously. Are these guys not actually... They're not actually going. Okay. The auto-transport was not auto-transporting them. We're going to bring them in over here manually. That'll be fine. Cool. Okay, so we're currently at 1% war score. Obviously, we need to do something about this. And we're working on it. So their forces are withdrawing this direction. Sounds good to me. We're going to start capping back some of this territory. Japanese Cascadia is very under control at this point. And the question now needs to be asked of what exactly are we planning to take from Japan? Can we separate piece out Japan here? So if we set Japan as our peace target, we can take some Japanese Cascadia. So hypothetically, if we were to try to remove them from North America, which I don't think we can necessarily do this war, we're going to have to change around some of this, but I'm willing to bet we're not going to get all of this. Maybe we are. We'll have to flip some of this around to be able to select these. Impressive. Okay, so obviously we would need to flip this to Armenian Louisiana in order to select those. Because Armenian Louisiana can't make that into a core unless we do this. So we would do something like, oh, this completely reset it. That's exciting. Well, we still can't make, oh, that's Armenian Canada that controls this. That'll need to be flipped over to Louisiana. Okay. That didn't completely reset it, but whatever. Now we're going to need to flip these around. We don't necessarily want to do this way. Yeah, it's not controlled, so we can't currently demand those. But I'm just looking at how much we can expect to get. So we can completely push Japan off of North America. Then how much would it cost to get Siberia? We can't get all of it. Okay. People would be pretty angry, but only Imarina and Japan. This seems viable. So, we're going to flip this over to Louisiana. And then this over to Louisiana as well. We're going to go southward, and this stuff will all be Armenian Louisiana. Something like this. And this is currently occupied by Mississippi. This will all go to Louisiana. Thank you very much. So something kind of like this. Okay. And then this up here should all go to Canada. So we'll flip that all over to Armenian Canada. So, of course, right up there at the top, or below Armenian Mississippi, but sure. Okay. Now, we can't get all of this occupied just yet, and obviously we're not going to declare this peace yet. But we can do something like that, and then this would also be controlled by Armenian Canada. Now, it looks like this battle is going well for us. That's fantastic. And then this down here, we're just waiting on our reinforcements, which will be arriving shortly. So we win this battle, and they are going to retreat. Cool. So they're sieging over this way. That's not hugely shocking. What we want to do here is continue making our way. The fort is right here. We want to continue making our way through this, but this is going to be a little awkward. We can see that a 45k stack of Japan is coming in here. So we're going to walk in like so. And I think we'll leave this force. Wait, did I just see what I thought I saw? No, I did not. Okay. We'll leave this force occupying over here. In fact, we'll just tell them, come on over here and start doing some exploration here. Cool. So they're working on controlling some of this territory, right? That's reasonably fine for the time being. We're going to bring all of these forces over to stop that incursion. Cool. So we're only at 2% war score here. Versus Japan, we are at 14% war score. So, we definitely do... Oh, this is now changed. Okay. Well, we're going to stop flipping things over here. So, in theory, this will be unchanged from here on out. Armenian Louisiana can't core those because we need to grab these first. Yes. And this now requires more than 100% war score. What? Hang on, I'm confused here. Why is this suddenly more than 100% war score? It wasn't a moment ago. Wild. Okay, whatever. We lost the Battle of the Java Sea, but I don't think that was real. And these guys can now come on in here and attack. We should have absolutely no problem with what they have here. So I'm now going to send our primary fleet out across the Pacific, and we're going to start taking over these areas. So So we're going to hit them here and do just a lot of damage. That'll be great. That'll get us kicking war score as well. So they'll stack wipe, and now we need to siege this down. That will take time. So that's okay. Looking at the status up over here, I want to come in and attack here. I want these guys to come up here. Cool. So Japan is kind of running right now. I think there's no doubt about that. I'm going to use these forces to cap back these areas. Ticking war score is currently against us, but the moment we have this location, it no longer will be. And it looks like they're attempting to leave this island. Maybe. Maybe. There's a conversion finishing up, and we definitely want to continue our conversions. Cool. So they're up over here right now. Sure. We'll just pop a leader in over here, and we'll head on up. So I want these guys to head up this way. Beautiful. So this should cut off their troop flow, in theory. How's our siege down here going? We're up to 14%. Beautiful. We won a tiny battle, and that tiny battle should have been up here. Yes. So these forces are going to head up and chase these guys, whereas these, I want to head over and try to cut them off a little bit. We'll see how realistic that ends up being. We actually do cut them off there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell these guys to all stop. I'm going to force march all 3 of them. And we're going to try to get up here as quickly as we can to reinforce. We'll see how quickly we can get there. These guys are heading up that way as well. Cool. We'll just do something along the lines of that. So Japanese Cascadia, oh, we actually managed to get through over here. Yeah, that's to be expected, I suppose. And we can come around over this way now. Our fleet has arrived. We won the siege of Palopo. Fully expected. At this point, we're going to walk in over here and fight this force. We should easily win that. Now they have 147k here. They're attacking with 90... Actually, they're not attacking. They're just kind of running around. So we're going to cap this. They're currently sieging this with their major force here. Now that's fascinating. So they have a comparable force numbers-wise to us. 4433 is their leader, compared to our leader, 6622. So our leader is better in combat. We will get the defensive bonus in the hills because they are sieging. So I feel like this is a fight that we win. I feel like that's a fight we win. We'll find out. Checking in up over this way, we can see the Japanese have retreated here. And we're just going to make our way in over this direction. We are now sieging that fort. That's great. We're going to head over here. There's a conversion finishing up in Tonga. Great. So this fight here, it's a little bit of a coin flip. But I feel like the advantage is in our favor. We also have substantially higher morale and discipline than they do, and our military tactics are a little bit higher. So realistically, we should easily win this. We have higher numbers of cavalry, higher numbers of cannon. Of course, both sides currently have a full backline. But we should easily win this. Just looking at the stats here. And yes, that is correct. Beautiful. Missionary strength? Missionary strength. Okay, so they retreat. And they are retreating down this direction. We will send 3/4 of our force there. The other quarter is going to head up here and start sieging. Beautiful. Now, they don't have morale here, so there's absolutely no way that they're going to win that. And we're going to head in here. Perfect. And now the question is, can we get here? The answer is no, we cannot. But what we can do I was going to say we could leave a smaller force here. Actually, this will get stack wiped. This is before the month tick. They have no morale. Never mind. We apparently did no damage. We won that fight, but they got a retreat off. That's a little bit unfortunate. We're going to finish up this siege over here, and then we will hit here. Beautiful. And we'll finish that siege. Let's check in on Siberia. Okay, so these guys are heading into West Tunguska. Sure. We're going to try to pursue them a bit with our force march here. These guys can head in here. Our siege here is progressing nicely. Cool. No problem there. Let's check in on Cascadia. This looks good. That's fully under control. So now the question is, if we target just Japan... Okay, this is now 87. Armenian Louisiana cannot make this a core because this is occupied by Armenian Canada. So let's make that be Louisiana. Thank you very much. Just Japan here. So this is what we would be able to take from Japan. We're not able to fully push them out. Sad. Now, if we were to do it for overall Luwu here, in the overall war, would we be able to get more? Because I don't necessarily care about fighting Luwu, right? That's not the actual goal here. The goal here was to fight Japan without fighting Ming. That was the actual goal here. So can we get more by doing it this way and just not taking things from them otherwise? The answer is yes, we absolutely can. So we can fully push Japan out of North America, and we can take a bit of Siberia. This needs to be our goal then. That's all we're going to take. This down here is set dressing, in that case. We're going to move in these cannon. We now control this, and we will head in to reinforce as well. Cool. So, we're at 25%. Ticking should be on our side, yes. And how many reasons do they have not to accept this? 159. So we need a lot more in terms of war score. We will get some. And these guys are just heading on over. But it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we will wrap up our war against Japan to kick them out of North America. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including Casserole, JJ Gamer, ALS Gamer, Kentwin, Jensgram, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Video Games Are Not Real, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.